Adult Solutions. Add-on Desires.
Hello viewers, welcome to Adult Solutions Daily News Analysis session. I am Lokesh Pengonda. This session is designed keeping in mind the needs of aspirants preparing for groups, banking and such other examination. Make use of it. The first article is talking about the border between the India and Myanmar being shut to stop the refugees crossing over from Myanmar to India. Earlier this year, we have seen the Myanmar military, which is also called as Tatmada, taking over the government of the Myanmar. This is called as coup. And against this coup, many individuals and citizens are protesting, and these protests have been met with serious regressive actions, including firing on innocent protesters. And due to all these factors, many people from Myanmar are crossing over to India, as India and Myanmar share nearly 1500 kilometers of unfenced border. And also, India and Myanmar have an agreement called as Free Movement Regime. So what is this free movement regime? We have with only one country called as Myanmar. According to it, people who are living near the border areas can cross over to the other side till up to 16 kilometers. That is, let's say we have a border, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram. We have 4 states who have neighboring the border. So people who are living near the border, they have generally connections with the people who are living in the other side of the border, because India did not have any fencing, did not have any proper border setup, and India as a country, as a sovereign country, was established only in 1947. So to continue this relationship between the border people of India and Myanmar, we have an agreement called as Free Movement Regime, and this allows the people from the bordering areas to visit the other country. That is, Indians can visit Myanmar and Myanmaris can visit India's, and they can only go up to max of 16 kilometers and they can stay for 14 days. For crossing over from India to Myanmar and Myanmar to India under this regime, no particular visa and passport are required. So this is one thing you have to remember: free movement regime between India and Myanmar. Next is an article talking about IAEA. So what is this IAEA? It stands for International Atomic Energy Agency. So when was it set up? It was set up in 1957. That is, it was established in 1957 under the Atoms for Peace initiative, and it was thus known as Atoms for Peace Organization. It is set up within the United Nations framework and within the United Nations family. It reports to both the United Nations General Assembly, that is UNGA, and also it provides its reports to United Nations Security Council. So this is the background for the establishment of International Atomic Energy Agency, and it is headquartered at Vienna, which is in Austria. So what are its main functions? Its functions include promotion of nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. For peaceful purposes, promotion of nuclear energy, and it aims to inhibit or prevent use of nuclear weapons for any military purpose. So it has two functions. One is to promote peaceful use of nuclear energy, and the second is to inhibit use of nuclear energy for military options. There is an article talking about the Kadapa steel plant. So the Kadapa steel plant is envisaged to be constructed, to be established by state government of Andhra Pradesh. It will be coming up in Jammalamadugu Mandal of Kadapa district. And this plan is given for establishing and for running of this plan 1800 crores are set aside by the state government of Andhra Pradesh. And also we should make a note that this plant will be setting up near Penna river to draw water from this river for its industrial usage. So you should make note of the location where it is being set up and also the river from which the water will be taken from. Next, Prime Minister Modi, who is in Assam for electioneering work, is talking about Mr. Lachit Borphukan. So who is this Lachit Borphukan? He was a commander of the Ahom kingdom. This Ahom kingdom ruled over the parts of Assam of modern India. Mr. Lachit Borphukan was very famous and he was a celebrity warrior and he was a celebrity commander. He was known for his leadership in the 1671 battle called as Battle of Saraigat. This Battle of Saraigat was fought between Ahom kingdom to defend itself from Mughal forces, which are led by Ram Singh. And in this naval battle, Mr. Lachit Borphukan has won over the Mughal forces and defended his kingdom very well. So he was seen as a decorated warrior and commander and has huge significance in the Assam culture. Next is an article talking about Chinese incursions in the disputed sea of the South China Sea. So in this map you can see that China lays claim to all this region which is under the 9 dash line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So China has brought out a line called as 9 dash line and it stated that due to its historical rights over these over these waters, whatever the lands and whatever the territories which comes under this line will belong to China, whereas countries such as Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, Philippines, Taiwan, they lay counterclaims. They state that these regions, these islands which are nearer to their own mainland belongs to their own countries and their sovereignty is they have their own sovereignty of these lands. So China, what it does is it will send its military vessels to this area and it will intimidate the other countries and it will try to claim as many territories as possible through military or any other diplomatic means. So now we'll see various islands in the South China Sea. Here you see Paracel Islands. This Paracel Islands is claimed by China, is claimed by Vietnam and is also claimed by Taiwan. And here you have an island chain called as Scarborough Shoal. This is claimed by Philippines. This is claimed by Vietnam, this is claimed by China and also Taiwan. And we have Spratly Islands here. This is claimed by Malaysia, Philippines, Taiwan, China and Vietnam. So you see here many islands which are in the South China Sea are claimed by many countries and one thing is common that China is laying claims to all these countries even though China's mainland territory is very far compared to other countries. So this is South China Sea and the 9 dash line which is in the news. Next is talking about an article which is expecting Mr. Denis Sassou Nguesso to win. So Mr. Denis Sassou Nguesso, who is currently the president and he's also already has a 36-year tenure as president, is widely expected to win in the country of Republic of Congo. Here you see countries called as Republic of Congo, and there is one more country called as Democratic Republic of Congo. These two are independent countries, with Republic of Congo having its capital at Brazzaville and Democratic Republic of Congo having its capital at Kinshasa. So these two are independent countries, have their own capitals and have their own functioning of the government. Next, Miss Ganemat has won bronze in skeet. This is the first ever World Cup medal for India in the women's event. So what is skeet? Skeet is a shooting sport in which a clay target is thrown from a trap and it is being simulated as the flight of the bird, and this target will be shot by the athletes. You can see in this image Miss Ganimat holding a rifle to shoot a clay target. So this is India's first ever Women's World Cup medal in the women's event when it comes to skeet, and Miss Ganimat is able to get bronze medal for India. So make a note of the medal she got and the person who is able to get this and the event. So this is the end of this session. Thank you.
Add-on solutions. Add-on desires.